What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is the Hendersonville League Cup top 4. And on left, we know we have Vlad. He beat Brian last time playing his Darkrai deck versus Volcanion. And on the right, we actually have me, myself, playing the Decidueye Vileplume deck. So we're going to have a Darkrai Dragons versus a Decidueye Vileplume deck. And let's see who was going to flip. It is heads. I think Vlad gave himself a thumbs up, which means he is going to go first. Try to use all his trainers and everything he can before I do get a Vileplume out. So let's see what's going to happen, guys. Do you want to see Decidueye Vileplume take a game and make it to the finals, or do you want to see Vlad win with his Darkrai Dragons deck? So we do see a mulligan card. No big surprise there. Nothing too crazy in my deck. I am playing the same exact 60 that John Kettler posted for his Anaheim Regionals a couple months ago, and you know, Decidueye Vileplume, one of my favorite decks, and we'll probably just keep playing it for the rest of the season. It's really consistent and solid and has a lot of outs to everything. Which is why I love the deck so much. So here we go. Go to setup number 2. And, alright, I don't know what's happening on that side of the field. Alright, so here we go. 7 new cards will come out for me. And let's see, do we find a Pokemon or not? Let's see, who do we start? And we do find somebody, okay. So Vlad will get a mulligan card, which is also, you know, that's great. One more card to draw. You can, do, you know, maybe another Max Elixir come down, maybe a Ultra Ball. We do see a Max Elixir, some Ultra Ball in his hand, an Escape Rope, and, or is that a Hex Maniac? I'm not sure what that is. But let's see what happens, guys. Will Decidueye Vileplume or Darkrai Dragons take it and go into the finals? Yeah, you see Vlad putting the dice on his side of the field, signifying that he is going to go first. And that's what you want to do right now, especially in the best 2 out of 3 series, because if he goes first and he wins, then he loses, then he gets to go first, game number 3. And here we go, guys. Let's see what's going to happen. I am excited that 2 Memphis players are in top 4, which is really cool. 4 of us came out, and 2 of us are in top 4, which is really nice. So here we go, guys. Here we on the game, or not game, top 4, and here we go. So Ultra Ball from Vlad, discarding an Ultra Ball and a Hex Maniac, which can get him a Hoopa. Use Scoundering and search for 3 EX Pokemon, probably grabbing double Darkrai and a Shaman. And let's see. So, oh no, gonna grab a baby Evital. Okay. We will see a Hoopa. Oh, he already had Hoopa in hand. So Hoopa, gonna use Scoundering, search for 3 new EX Pokemon. Looks like he's gonna grab a Shaman, Darkrai, and a Giratina. Okay. Alrighty, and we'll see the Darkrai come down, the Giratina come down. He does have a Max Elixir in hand, so you can play that. Look at top cards of his deck. Find a Dark Energy, put on his Darkrai, maybe the Evital. I'm not sure which one he'll decide to do. So Darkrai, Giratina. We'll see Max Elixir, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And he doesn't find a supporter card. Oh, I mean, not a supporter card, an energy card, which is what I was saying earlier in the other games. With Darkrai Dragons, you play less dark because you need the dragon energy, so your Max Elixirs don't hit all the time. But then you do have the Dragons, which counts as plus 40 every time you attach to a Dragon Pokemon. So let's see Shaman from Vlad going to set up. Okay, let's see Dark Energy as Sycamore, VS Seeker Lysander. Okay, we'll see where does he put the Dark Energy? 2D active. Okay, is that a Hex Maniac on the far left? What he could do is Hex right now. VS Seeker for a Hex. Oh no, VS Seeker for Hex. And there we go. So Hex. Oh no, my turn. We can't use Shamans. Vileplume doesn't work. We can't Feather Arrow. There's a Force of Giant Plants coming down. Okay. We see a trade as well. Look at top cards of my deck, and let's see. We're gonna find a Love Ball, which can get us a Dartrex or an Oddish, depending what's in my hand. Now we could get a turn with Vileplume, and it'd be okay because we can still use our items outside of that. But there we see a Love Ball. Gonna find. Let's see. We're gonna look through my deck first and see what's all in there. How many Dartrexes are prized? How many Decidueyes are prized, the Vileplumes, the Glooms, the Level Balls, or Vitalizer, and there we see a Dartrex coming down, okay? And do I have a turn 1 Decidueye? That'd be really cool to see a turn 1 Decidueye come down, but we are Hex, so we can't Feather Arrow right now, which is very unfortunate. Alright, so let's see. We see a Decidueye, DCE, and a Sycamore discarding double Vileplume. I'm going to get 7 new cards out. Alright, you see Vlad getting the 2 damage out, but I tell him, you know what, you're Hex. I'm a Hex, so I can't Feather Arrow. So train as well. Look at top cards of my deck. Gonna grab a Love Ball, which can get us an Oddish. And can we find a Vileplume this turn? There's an Oddish coming down. Okay. Now remember, we can't use Shamans, we can't use Feather Arrows, which is very unfortunate, but it's whatever. We'll see what else is in our hands. We'll see a pass on the Vlad's turn. Alright, so Vlad, he is going to put a Dark Energy in the active. He has a Lysander, so he could Lysander the Oddish and take a knockout this turn to go down to 5 prize cards. But then he has to worry about Rage Leaf. So there's a Hex Maniac, and we'll see a Dark Pulse for 60. And do we find a Grass Energy? If we do, we can Rage Leaf to put pressure on this Darkrai. We'll look at our discard pile. I have a Lysander, bring up the Hoopa, a Grass, and a Razor Leaf for 90. Oh no, we're gonna Hollow Hunt here and get 3 cards back in our hand. We got a Love Ball and a Vileplume, okay? And a Lysander. So see Fury Belt coming down, Sycamore, discard his hand, draw 70 cards. Maybe I should have just Rage Leaf the active Darkrai. The next turn could have knocked it out. That might be a little bit smarter. But was he a double dragon going to the Giratina? And does Vlad find a way to retreat this Hoopa, like a Floatstone and Escape Rope? Yeah, so Silent Love coming down, get rid of the Force of Giant Plants, okay. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's see, does Vlad find a Flowstone or an Escape Rope this turn to get the Hoopa out of the active? And there's a Escape Rope. Both players are going to switch out. And we'll see Darkrai take a knockout going down to 5 prize cards. On my turn, we'll sit up the Decidueye. And we see a Love Ball. Do we find an Oddish? We do find an Oddish, okay. We find another Love Ball for a Gloom, okay. And do we have a Force of Giant Plants this turn? If we do, we can get a Vileplume out. But that actually might not be the best idea, getting Vileplume out right now, because we don't have another attacker on the field. So we see a Lysander, bring it the Hoopa. We'll see a Force of Giant Plants, Gloom, Vileplume, Shaman send it for 3 to 3. Okay. We get Feather Arrow, put 20 on the Darkrai, and then Rage Leaf for 90. Alrighty, so on the Vlad's turn, he really can't retreat this Darkrai now unless he plays an Olympia. There is a Dark Energy being attached to the Darkrai, maybe? Yep, Dark Energy to Darkrai. Okay. We see it end. Both players will shuffle up against 6 new cards. Now, with this, we are hoping to find 101 Decidueye, which would be really cool to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see what we get here. Or what both players get. I haven't watched this game yet, so I don't even remember too much about this. We see Vlad. He's just gonna pass here on my turn. Feather 20 to that Darkrai. We will see a end. Both players shuffle against 6 new cards. Now we could just knock out the Hoopa right now, but that means Vlad can attack us, and if Vlad attacks us, we do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 130, which brings us to 190, which doesn't take a knockout just yet, okay? So we're going to get 6 new cards. I saw a Dartrix and a Decidueye in our hand, but I don't see too much. So we see if Vlad actually draw 1 extra card off that, which is fine. We know both card it is. Not too big of a deal. And let's see, do I find... Okay, so I know I saw a Dartrix and a Decidueye in my hand, but I guess I don't have a Rowlet. So Double Dragon going down to Giratina. We see Sycamore discard his hand, draw 7 cards. And this is what's scary, because now Vlad has 4 Double Dragons on that Giratina, which is essentially like... 2 Double Dragons, which is like 4 Dark Energies. So we see a Dark going to the active, but he already attached to the bench Giratina. And we'll see a pass onto my turn, okay. There's an end. Both of us will get 6 new cards. Now, what I need to probably do is start attacking, or start feathering another Darkrai. But this was talking about earlier. We got a Vileplume out, but we don't have another attacker, which is probably very silly of me to do, because we need another attacker, because he can easily knock out this Decidueye and we're in big trouble. So let's see what cards go into our hand. I just don't see another attacker. So here I keep feathering to the bench Darkrai, which I think is a misplay. I definitely should be feathering to like another Darkrai or something, because we already 2-shot this Darkrai, and yeah, it's not very good. So Vlad's will count some damage. He could Lysander, bring up somebody if he wants to. We do see a Lysander hand. Could bring up the Vileplume, get stuck in the active spot, which is fine with me. We do play 2 Revitalizers, so we could essentially get back another Vileplume if he does take a knockout really quickly. So let's see what Vlad does. So Sycamore instead, just going to discard his hand, draw 7 new cards, okay? Let's see. Vlad has some Dark Energies. I'm guessing he's digging for a Olympia, for sure. So let's see, do we finally find another Pokemon? We could. Okay, so another Feather to that Darkrai, which 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're gonna see a Rage. We might see a Rage Leaf here, just knock out the Hoopa, just so we can take 2 prize cards. But I mean, Alright, so we see a pass on the Vlad's turn. He will put 2 Dark Energy on that Hoopa to retreat it. Okay. And can he take a knockout? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's doing 170. 70 plus 60 is 230. So not enough for the Decidueye. He will survive. We have 10 HP left. There's a Dark Energy to go to the active. Okay. We see an N in the hand. He could play that. But will he retreat or will he wait a turn? He can retreat and swing this turn, or he can wait and attach a Double Dragon next turn to knock out the Decidueye. So we are going to see retreat. We are going to see the Darkrai come up, and we'll have 10 HP left when he swings with this Dark Pulse, which is pretty insane. Like I said, he could have waited a turn and then retreated and put it down on Double Dragon and taken a knockout. But we will see a ton of damage come down, but not enough to knock out this Decidueye GX. He's gonna have 230 damage counters on him. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, so on my turn, go to draw a card. I mean, we're kind of in trouble. I'm not gonna lie to you. We'll see Feather Arrow for another 20. And we'll see a DC going to the Shaman. Jirachi will come down. And we will see a Feather Arrow, which doesn't take a knockout. He also has 10 HP left, I think. 6, 12, 18, 19, yeah, or 19, 20, 21, 22. He has 3 damage counters left, okay. So on Vlad's turn, let's see. What Vlad could do is maybe go for a Chaos Will, but no, going to retreat to Evital, going to Blivwing for 30, and go down to 3 prize cards. We're going to send up Shaman. Do we have a Lysander? I mean, this game is going down here quick for us because we don't have any... We don't have another attacker. We don't have another Decidueye out. Just things are starting to look bad. We're going to see a Sky turn for 30. Gonna promote the Jirachi. And on the Vlad's turn, okay. Does Vlad have a Sycamore? He has a Double Dragon. Put that on the Giratina. And I mean, Vlad has 3 Giratinas on that. 3 Double Dragons on that Giratina. So that's 20, 40, 60, 100, 120 damage. We see a Sycamore come down. Gonna draw some more cards. Okay. And you can put another Dark Energy in play with the Blivwing. And we see a Perilous City. Going to put himself down to 3, discarding that Hoopa and the Shaman. Okay. Well, let's see. He will see a Blivwing, probably put a Dark Energy on that that Darkrai with all the damage on it for sure. There we go. So put a Dark Energy on that. Go put on the Dark Energy that already has 2 energies on it. Alrighty. Alright. So on my turn, going to draw a card. And can we find anything or not? Man, it's just looking bad for us right now. I ain't gonna lie. So DC to Jirachi, retreat to Vileplume, and he'll pass on to Vlad's turn. Okay. I kind of just want Vlad to knock out this Vileplume. If he does, we'll have access to our trainer cards. So see retreat into the Darkrai. We will see a Dark Pulse for the knockout, and he'll go down to 2 prize cards. But on our turn, can we play a bunch of Revitalizers, some trainers, some Ultra Balls, some Love Balls, and all that kind of good stuff? And if Force Agile plays, can we get set up this turn? It's going to be really difficult. There's a Shaman coming down. We'll see Sycamore discarding a bunch of stuff, getting 7 new cards. And the reason I put down Shaman is just in case we don't find another Pokemon and he knocks us out, well, then we lose automatically. Okay. We see a 1-1 Decidueye line, and we'll see a pass onto my opponent's turn. We see a V-Seeker for a Lysander, bring the Shaman, and we'll take the game. And like I said, the biggest mistake of that game was not getting another attacker down before getting that Vileplume out. Once that Vileplume hit the field, we had no chance of getting another attacker, which is something that I've said multiple times throughout these videos, and I actually, I kind of shot myself in the foot when I did that. Usually, nowadays, I promise I don't do that anymore. I've played a bunch of games with the Decidueye Vileplume. This is actually the first time I've played it in real life outside of PTCGO, and it's a little bit different, always playing Dax on the outside. But going to game number 2, do you want to see Vlad, or do you want to see myself take the game? And that is the big question here, guys. Who do you want to see take this? But both players will get shuffle up and get set up for game number 2. This is best 2 out of 3. And guys, I want to give a big shout out to the Game Cave 2. Once again, they are the ones who hosted this event at their card shop. make sure you check them out down below to the Facebook page. They also let us have access to their camera and their recording stuff, so that way we can record the other side as well. We see both top 4 games. We saw 2 top 8 games, and we'll see the finals on my game or my setup. So both players are going to get set up here, going to find some new cards, and can we actually have a good start? I mean, game number 1, you know, double hex really did hurt us a lot. I imagine it did. But we're going to see what happens. We're just waiting on this good setup here. I mean, just waiting forever to get this set up. But guys, who, like what said, who do you want to see take it? Do you want to see Darkrai Dragons or Decidueye Vileplume take this game? So both players are going to set new cards. And during this game, something actually does happen, and I'll explain it later on when it does come out. Hopefully, I can be able to cut it flawlessly if I can do it correctly. Alright, so both players will give a handshake, and here we go. And on to game number 2. And let's see what happens. So Force of Giant Plants will come down for us, okay. And, well, I mean, and we see Sycamore discarding some bunch of stuff. And the reason why I decided, you saw me Sycamore like a bunch of good stuff. And the reason why I did is, you know, Vlad could hypothetically take a knockout on the Shaman. He can, like, double Dragon, double Max Elixir, Fighting Fury Belt, Retreat, and knock out Shaman, because only it's 110 HP. But there we see a Love Ball for an Oddish, okay. We see an Ultra Ball discarding Sycamore, Grass Energy, probably grabbing a Shaman EX. Oh no, Gloom, okay, so we see Gloom coming down. Hopefully I don't go for the Tome of Vileplume again. If I do, that's another dumb mistake by me if that's what happens. But yeah, hopefully that does not happen. Obviously, if I had to grab a Shaman, we must already have one in our hand, so a Gloom. DC to Shaman. Shaman sent up for 40 cards. Okay. And there's a Train to smell the top cards of our deck. Gonna find a Love Ball. Can grab a Rowlet. Alright, so see Rowlet coming down. And do we have a way to get a Decidueye out this turn? Can we get a Decidueye plus a Vileplume out this turn? That'd be really nice. We see a Vileplume. And once again, I think this is a mistake on my part. I mean, sure, we can shut down Vlad, make it where he can't use Ultra Balls. We see a Dark Energy attached to the active, but we can't find any attackers. And like I said, I think this maybe be the big mistake. Grass Energy. We see a Sky Return for 30. Go promote the other Shaman. We can Shaman Loop for a little while. He does have a Pokemon, something in hand. So Salamence, Double Dragon. We'll see passing on my turn. Daisy to Shaman. Put down a Shaman. Set it for 1, okay. We'll see another Sky Return for 30, okay. Promote the other Shaman. On the last turn, gonna Dark Energy active, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Not taking a knockout. Shaman does barely survive, has 10 HP left. And, let's see a DCT active. Shaman coming down. We could Sky Return to Vileplume right now, which is not a bad thing if you want to do that. Okay, nope, gonna send a Shaman. Does Vlad find a Dark Energy? And if he does, he will take a knockout this turn. Oh no. Let's see what Vlad does here. Is that a Life Center in his hand? Let's see. Does he find a Life Center? If he does, he could have Life Center the Vileplume. Oh, that's a Darkrai. Sorry, there's an end. Both players are shuffling and get 6 new cards. Now, does Vlad find an energy? Any kind of energy. A Double Dragon, a Dark Energy, he's good to go. And like I said, once again, the big mistake of this game is getting out Vileplume ASAP. It seemed good on paper, but you definitely want to wait, especially since I discarded all those Decidueyes turn 1. Now we can't use a Revitalizer, which is obviously pretty bad. So both of us will get 6 new cards, and I mean, Vlad, he does not find an energy. I am pretty sure if he had an energy, he would just slap it down, be good to go, and there's 100 damage going down to Shaman. But do I find another DCE? There's a Rowlet, Dartrex, DCE, Sycamore, discarding a Grass, and a Force of Giant Plants. Do we find a Decidueye GX or not? The Sky Return, there's a Lugia going down, okay. And you'll see Sky Return for 30, promote that Lugia. And I mean, even though we can't search for any Pokemon, I found 2 Dartrexes. We see a Perilous City come down, and we see an Evital come down, and he did put me down to 3 Pokemon. So we see Sycamore discard his hand, draw 7 new cards, okay. And let's see what Vlad decides to do. He can retreat, maybe, if he wants to do that. He can Dark Pulse for 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. If he wants to go that route, we'll see a Double Dragon be attached to the Salamence, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, do it 140 damage, right? So on to my turn. And this is where, okay, not yet. It's supposed to happen though. I'll tell you what happens here in a second. So DC to the active. Um, we'll see a N. Both players will shuffle up against 6 new cards. And remember, I'm parallel city down to 3, which is a really big deal. And you'll see why I said that here in a second. But we can arrow ball for 20, 40, 60, 80, which does knock out this Darkrai. Okay. But then Salamence can come and smack us for a knockout because Beastly Fang does 60 right now. So both players get 6 new cards, 12, 13. Or, I mean, he can find a Dark Energy and Blivwing. There's a lot of different outs. He can knock out this Lugia. Only has 170 HP. And let's see what happens here. We have 6 cards in our hand. And let's see what I do. So here's a Shaman going to set for 1 card. But there is a Parallel City up. But don't worry, we fix this. So there's a Lugia going to Air Ball for the knockout. Okay, going out of 4 prize cards, which I couldn't have played Shaman because I'm Parallel City down to 3. And this is the good thing about like live streaming videos, and I just want to point this out. So Vlad's gonna send the Evital, draw a card. He could put a, let's see, Sycamore, discard his hand, drawn 7 new cards. Okay, so 7 new cards will come down for Vlad. Does he find a Dark Energy? If he does, he can have Blivwing for the knockout. So it's a Dark Energy Evital, Blivwing for the knockout. Going down to 4 prize cards. Okay, so now we're 4 to 4. Looks like I'm going to send up the Dartrix, draw a card, and let's see what happens here. We put down a Rowlet, and this is where we catch it. This is actually where we're like, oh no, I messed up last turn because we put down Shaman. But all this is reversible, and you see right now we're starting to play this out. You see Rick come into the picture, and we actually fix everything. So now I'm going to cut ahead to the before, so that way you know what happened. So we fixed the game state, and now we go here. Alright, so now, hold on, let me full screen this. Nope. Hold on. So here we are. We're back here. We got everything set. We're figuring out everything. So let me fast forward just a little bit. You can see we are reversing the board state right now, and we're gonna fix everything, guys. This is the great thing about being televised or being streamed is now we fixed everything. See, we give a handshake, we're good to go, and now we airballed. We fixed everything. Put the Shaman back in our hand. We'll put the card back on the deck, and we fixed everything. So as you see, I now have airball, taking a knockout. But Vlad has taken a prize card already, so I got a penalty or a prize card taken because I did Shaman for 1 card. So here we go. 7 new cards come down for Vlad. We know he finds a Dark Energy. We've already seen this before. I'm gonna put Dark Energy Evital. He'll Blivwing for the knockout, and he'll be up on 1 prize card now. I didn't want to cut ahead and just see Vlad all of a sudden have 3 prize cards left. I want to actually show what happened. So Vlad will go down to 3 prize cards, and we're good to go. Everything is fixed now. You can see you have all of this like, all right, we're good. We know what's happening. We fixed everything, and now we're back to the right game state, which is the cool thing about being streamed is you can reverse stuff because we watched the footage and found out that it is reversible. So we put down a Rowlet, okay. Alright, so on my turn, we gotta find a Forest Giant Plants, some Decidueyes, a DCE, and some stuff like that. Alright, but remember, we did discard 2 Decidueyes in the early game, which I said is probably the biggest mistake. So see, you treat the Vileplume, we'll see Grass into Dartrix, and we'll pass on to Vlad's turn, okay? And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm looking for Vlad to knock me out. If Vlad knocks me out, we can then play Revitalizer, and be good to go. We see a Dark Energy active. We'll see a Blivwing for 30, okay. I'm gonna put a Dark Energy on the bench, Darkrai. On my turn, draw a card, and let's see, what can we find here? Pass on to Vlad. Now Vlad can retreat and go for a Dark Pulse for the knockout if he wants to do that. There's 3 energies on that Salamence EX, and that is very scary, because that's essentially like 6 Dark Energies. So will Vlad retreat and take a knockout this turn or not? That is the $1 million question. I mean, if he does, he goes down 2 prize cards either way. So it looks like Vlad is on a Sycamore, discard his hand, drawn 7 new cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And see another Dark could come down, another Blivwing for 30. So Vlad, he could have taken a knockout, right? But he didn't fall for it. He instead is going to fill up his bench with a ton of energies and just try to win that way. So pass on to Vlad's turn. I'm going to draw a card. Right now, Vlad, I mean, is the Silent Lab coming down? Okay. And let's see, if Vlad retreats and swing right now, he'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's doing 200 damage. Even after he discards the 2 Darks off the active. We go for another Blivwing. Nope, going to retreat and going to Dark Pulse for 200 damage. Taking a knockout, going down to 2 prize cards. We'll send it the Decidueye, and let's see what can we do here. There's a Revitalizer, gonna get two grass Pokemon out of discard pile. There's an Oddish, maybe not. I definitely think we grab double Dartrix here. So yeah, two Dartrix is going to our hand. Okay. Dartrix. Feather Arrow, 40 active. Level Ball. Okay. Let's see. What do I grab here? We gotta find a DCE. If Vlad, you can see him counting the damage on his side of the field. Can he find a way to knock us out next turn? There's a Rowlet coming down. Okay. We'll see a Ultra Ball discarding a Rowlet and Jirachi to grab another Decidueye. Oh no, Taurus, okay. But Taurus gets knocked out automatically because he does do 200 damage. So another Decidueye GX will come down instead. Okay. And right now we can Feather Arrow the active again for another 20. We'll see it in putting both players. We get 4 and Vlad gets 2. If we find a DCE, we can do 150 and then next turn knock out this Darkrai with some Feather Arrows and be good to go. But it is very, very scary for us. So we get 40 cards. Vlad gets 2. All right, and we see a DC going to my hand. So put down the active. We have 3 Decidueyes out of nowhere, which is great, but Vlad is in a dominated position. What? Can we slow him down? Can we make this 42 comeback? I'm not sure. So Feather Arrow again for another 20. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's doing 200. If he finds a double dragon, he can take a knockout this turn and win this game and advance to the finals, the Hendersonville League Cup. And I don't think I think as we're contemplating right now, have we GX or not? I think either way we should have just put a DC on the active and just Feather and this Razor Leaf. But we're looking through our discard pile, see what's all in there. What do we want to do this turn? I think I should have went for for Razor Leaf if that was the option. 100% should have Razor Leaf. I think there is a DC in my hand, so we'll get a Revitalizer, 4 Shadow Plants, and a Revitalizer back in our hand. But Vlad will have the Double Dragon to take the knockout no matter what. The GX didn't matter. The DC wouldn't have mattered. Vlad still hit the DC off. The Double Dragon off that. And Vlad will take this game. And like I said, the biggest mistake between these two games was going for, was going for the Decidueyes early. That was definitely the downfall of me playing this deck. As I got the Decidueye developed without too early and not having an attacker. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We did make some that one misplay definitely did hurt us because he got to take an extra prize card. If he didn't, he would have 1 prize card left right now instead of D3. But still, it wouldn't have mattered. He would have probably double shotted, knocked out both the Decidueye GXs pretty easily. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.